warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, Primary 5 students, how are you today? I hope all of you in a good condition as always, because today Ms Astri and you are going to learn about point of view. Because last meeting we have already learned about the character and characterization, and then also the way how to put proper speech mark. Nah, in order to prepare yourself into the writing at the end of the lesson, so today we talk about the point of view. But I'm so sorry that I cannot show my face because I want you to be more focused into the lesson that I taught you. So check this one out. Nah, point of view actually, it is about first, second, or third person in a story who narrate the story actually. Okay. A story can be taught from different point of view. It can be written in first, second, or the third person. Okay? For example, like take a look into this picture. I was going to be fun fair today. I was so excited. Have you ever wondered what life would be like a superhero? Or the boys ran from the house screaming. Riley was terrified. Nah, the question is, Miss, why do we need to learn about point of view? You need to learn about point of view because in the end of the lesson, Ms Astri wants you to be able to determine from which point of view the story is narrated. And then I want you also to be able to determine from whose point of view the story being taught. And then I also want you to be able to identify who is the main character in the story. And the last, I want you to be able to change the story using the other character's point of view. Okay, Miss, on the first and the second point, what's so different between which and whose? I will explain after this. Nah, but before that, I want you to remember about the materials that you have already learned when you were primary 4 about the pronoun. You still remember that? I hope everybody still remember because in a point of view, we are more into analyze the pronoun to decide is it first person, second person, or the third person who delivered the story. Okay, because the first person, usually in the story, you are more find the pronoun like I, me, my, mine, we, us, and ours. Okay. Meanwhile, the story is being taught in the second person point of view. If you are more find you or your pronoun. What about the third person in the story? You will be more to find he, she, her, they, and them, and also the character's name. So, yeah, I hope all of you has already been able to divide or to decide which one is first, second, or third person using the pronoun, yeah? The first person. Yeah, if you writing a story in the first person, write as though that you are a character in a story. Okay? Describe how you feel and what you are doing or have done. Okay? You can see other pronoun used in the first person like I already told you. Me, mine, my, we, our, ours, and us. And also, don't forget to use this pronoun. For example, last year I went to Spain with my family and I love it. So that's will be about you, okay? Meanwhile, the second person point of view is more into you. Take a look into the hand pointed to you. So if writing in the second person, talk to the reader directly, just like you involve them in your story. Okay, yeah, it actually use pronoun you, and the second person is used as a lot non-fiction as well as in the fiction text. For example, before you begin, make sure that you have all of the tools listed above. Okay, please take note that mostly in second person, more used into non-fiction, not the fiction text. But somehow it's rarely to find the fiction text using the second person. But for sure, the story like that exists. The story that using the second person exists, alright? But might be difficult to find. Meanwhile, the story in the fiction mostly use the third person point of view, and the person become the one who narrate the story is narrator. Why? Because they are more into describing other people or other character. Okay, it use her or hers, it use his or theirs, like that. Or mostly the writers say the character name directly, so the narrator could describe what is the character do, what the character say, what the character appearance. So just like we have already learned in the characterization before. Okay, for example, Michelle sped off at top speed and was soon in first place. She couldn't believe that she was going to win. Okay, so I want you to be able to determine from which point of view the sentence is narrated. So, okay, based on my explanation before, take a look. Check your understanding. Try to guess it by yourself, okay? Number 1. Sophie was going to the cinema to meet her friend. Is this first, second, or third point of view? Take a look into the pronoun. Sophie. Okay, so this one, third person. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was incredible. Take a look into the pronoun. Is this first, second, or third point of view? It is first person point of view. Very good. Now, take a look into the third. Where shall we go now? Wondered Tim and Holly as they sat in their car. Is it first, second, or third? Do not get tricky by saying we, because not all we is the first person. Okay, because take a look. The narrator mentioned the name of the character, Tim and Holly. So, which point of view? Third person. Is your guess correct? Okay. Better luck in the next number. Do you believe in ghosts? Well, after reading this story, you will. So, based on the pronoun, it is first, second, or third point of view. I hope your answer is correct because it is second person point of view. Next, as I walked into my new school, my stomach churned and my hand began to shake. Take a look into the pronoun. Which pronoun is mostly dominated the sentence? I, my, and my. So it is? Exactly. First person point of view. So, are you an early bird or are you a night owl? Take a look into the pronoun use. You and you. Okay, so it is definitely second person point of view. Now, I hope everybody has already understand to answer the question from which point of view, which, okay, like this. So, now I want you also to be able to have to master the skill of the second question, from whose point of view the story being taught. If you want to know the main character in the story, we should gather information from the story, then compare the result. Miss, why do you think we need to know who is the main character in the story? Yes, because just like characterization, knowing the main character in the story also help you to understand the story very well, okay? You should also help the reader. If you are a writer, you should also help the reader to understand your story, okay? So we should gather the information, yeah? Like what is the character feel, does, sees, and think. Okay, so the first step is you have to know who are the character in a story, just like Ms Astri ever explained to you in the Zoom meeting, right? Who are the character in the Charlie story? Charlie and shopkeeper Miss. Very good. Who are the character in Maya's story? Maya, Miss Bang, Mr. Murray, Mr. Clifford Carter. Nah, after we know who are the character, we should decide who is the main character by gathering information through what they feel, through what they does, sees, and thinks. Okay. Now, please open the book, the textbook, page 24 until 25. Now, okay, prepare your textbook. And then reread the story of Charlie of the Miracle. Okay? Nah, Ms Astri here has already helped you to gather the information from the story of the Miracle, the story of Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. This one I gathered the information. Okay? Feel, does, sees, and think of Charlie, and feel, does, sees, and think of shopkeeper. Take a look into the point. I want you to pause the video if you want to read it clearly. Okay? Now, take a look at it. We could count. Charlie feel, does, sees, and think more than the narrator or the writer describe about the shopkeeper. So, from this comparison, we might know that the main character in the Miracle story is Charlie, because the writer or the narrator more describe the character feel, does, sees, and think into Charlie, not the shopkeeper. Okay, understand so far? So, if you want to answer whose point of view the story being narrated in a Miracle, this is Charlie's point of view, not the shopkeeper point of view, because you have already give the evidence like this, okay, by gathering the information. Nah, so who is the main character in Miracle story? Charlie. So, from whose point of view, or we sometimes call it POV, okay? Whose POV the Miracle being taught? Charlie, of course. Alright, very good. Now, get ready with your English notebook, okay? I want you to get ready with your English notebook, and then you should pause this video and then write the answer only on your notebook. And then once you are done, take a picture, attach in Google Classroom, and then click turn in. So this one is assignment for you today, okay? First, prepare English notebook. Second, pause this video and then write the answer only on your notebook. And then once you are done, take a picture of the answer and attach in Google Classroom. You get it? So I will not give you any Google form. I will not give you any worksheet. I will not give you quizzes or something. But please write the answer of the question that I will give to you in this video and do these steps. Got it? Okay. Get ready. Determine from which point of view the sentence is narrated. First, second, or third. Now, you may pause your video now and write the answer on your notebook. Now, determine from whose point of view the story being taught. Previously from which, now from whose. Name of the main character. So, you may write the answer on your notebook. The main character's name. Okay, like for example in the Miracle, the main character is Charlie. So in here, please write the name of the main character. Get it? You might pause while you are reading. B part. Please write the name of the main character itself. Don't forget, pause the video and you might read and write the answer on your notebook. C. Still the same. Write the name of the main character based on the paragraph in section C. Nah, that's all for the point of view explanation today. I hope everybody has already understand. If you have any doubt, you might text Ms Astri, okay? So you'll get further explanation. Okay, that's all for English today and also the assignment. And after this, I will show you a song about the point of view or POV. Enjoy the song.
And every narrator has a different point of view. Which point of view is yours? Let's go! Everybody wants to know my point of view. First person is me, second person is you. Third person is he, third person is she. Everybody wants to know my POV. Everybody wants to know my point of view. First person is me, second person is you. Third person is he, third person is she. Everybody wants to know my POV.
Hey yo, knock knock, who's there? Narrator, narrator, who? Narrator, who gonna tell the story from a point of view? Every story's written in a certain voice. When you're writing, you need to make a choice. First, second, the third person, POV. The first person is all about me, or we, like we climbed a tree. I closed my eyes and I felt the breeze. I might be unreliable if I don't tell the truth. Now let's switch the point of view to you. In the second person, you're in a taxi. You're wondering how you got there exactly. The third person is he or she. He walked down the street and he saw the queen. She was dressed hip like it wasn't a thing.
First person is me, second person is you. Third person is he, third person is she. Everybody wants to know my POV. Everybody wants to know my point of view. First person is me, second person is you. Third person is he, third person is she. Everybody wants to know my POV. Alright now, check your notes. Tell me which POV is in each quote. I was born with water on the brain. That's first person. He looked up into Father Wolf's face and laughed. That's third person. We didn't always live on Mango Street. That's first person. Sophie closed her eyes and lay quite still. That's third person. Your feet are now stuck in green slime. That's second person. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. That's third person. It made me so sick I almost fell out of the tree. That's first person. You're thinking this wasn't the way it was supposed to go. That's second person. My name is Katniss Everdeen. I'm 17 years old. That's first person. Everybody wants to know my point of view. First person is me, second person is you. Third person is he, third person is she. Everybody wants to know my POV. Everybody wants to know my point of view. First person is me, second person is you. Third person is he, third person is she. Everybody wants to know my POV.